Vidhi. So we will be starting with page number 27 of this chapter, no, Albert Einstein at school. Okay. Previously we had stopped here only, no? Yes.
Yes.
That's the whole trouble, said Albert. I am no good at learning things by heart. So his cousin tells him that Elsa tells him that he should just learn the facts and go and write it in the examination and he will pass through. But he says that he admits this, that I am not good at learning things by heart. Okay, he did not have the capacity to mug up things. You don't need to be good at it. Anyone can learn like a parrot. You just don't try. And yet I always see you with a book under your arm, added Elsa. What is the one you are reading? So Elsa says that, okay, you are saying that you're not good at learning facts, but I have always seen you carrying a book. So which book are you reading? So he says a book on geology. Geology, rocks and things. Do you learn that? No, we have hardly any science at school. Then why are you studying it? So Elsa, see, actually the students have this mindset that if it is not in the course, why should we read it? So she also told that geology is not in your school, then why are you reading it? Okay. And see, he gives a very simple reason, because I like it. Okay, underline this line. Isn't that a good enough reason? So he says that I find it interesting, I like it, that's the reason I read it, and that is a good enough reason. Okay. Elsa sighed. Okay, Elsa like told, oh, means she was sad, because most of the students think in this way, that whatever is there in the school portion, we should read that. Nothing, they don't want to increase their ideas or knowledge. Instead, they are only bothered about learning the facts. So that is why Elsa felt bad. You are right, of course, Albert, she said, but it won't help you with your diploma. Then Elsa told that, see, Albert, you might be right. You might like something, that is the reason you are reading it, but that will in no way help you in passing your examination. So as I told you, most of the students, you see, this Albert Einstein at school is an extract written long back. But now also the students have this mindset that if it is not needed, it is not coming in the examination, why should we take the effort to read it? Apart from books on science, his only comfort was music, and he played his violin regularly until his landlady asked him to stop. So apart from reading books, which interested him, he also liked music. Okay, and he played violin, but his landlady used to ask him to stop. That wailing gets on my nerve. She said, there is enough noise in this house with all the kids howling. Albert was tempted to point out that most of the time it was she who made them howl, but he decided it was better to say nothing. So she was telling Albert that all the time you are making that instrument, you are playing that instrument, and that is creating a lot of noise. But and as such, there are all the time kids are also howling and screaming in the class, howling and screaming in the house. So that is very disturbing, and Albert wanted to tell her that it is because of her that all the noise was there in the house, but he did not, because she was elder and she was a landlady, so he didn't say anything. I must get away from here, he told Yuri after 6 months alone in Munich. So again, he met his friend Yuri after 6 months. And then he says, it is absurd that I should go on like this. In the end, it will turn out I have been wasting my father's money and everyone's time. It will be better for all if I stop now. So he confesses to his friend that he is not liking the school and he doesn't want to continue because he doesn't want to waste his father's money and everyone's time. And then what will you do? Yuri asked. I don't know. If I go to Milan, I'm afraid my father will send me back. Unless his eyes gleamed with a sudden idea. Yuri, do you know any friendly doctors? So he says that I don't want to stay here. I want to go to Milan. But if he goes to Milan, his parents will again send him back because he has to complete his studies. So unless he says, and then see there is dot, dot, dot. So he wanted to say that if some doctor approves that he is not mentally fit enough to join the school or attend the school, then he might be excused in that sense. His parents will not pressurize him to join the school. Okay, are you following? Yes, Vidya, are you following?
Yes.
And then what will you do? Yuri asked. Oh, and he asked Yuri that, do you know any friendly doctors? I know a lot of medical students and some of them are friendly, said Yuri. Doctor, no, I never had enough money to go to one. Why? So Yuri did not understand his idea of that. Why does he want to see the doctor? So he says that I know many of the medical students, but I don't know any doctor because I never had enough money to visit a doctor. Suppose, said Albert, that I had a nervous breakdown. Suppose a doctor would say it's bad for me to go to school and I need to get right away from it. So this was his plan. You can put it in the brackets. He says that suppose if a doctor confirms that I am not fit to go to school, then I might leave the school right away. So this is what he wanted, because he was not liking the place. He was like that place was not meant for him, so he did not want to stay there. I can't imagine a doctor saying that, said Yuri. I must try, said Albert, to find a doctor who specializes in nerves. So they both of the friends are talking and discussing, and Albert says that I want a doctor who can deal in the nerves, like nervous problem and all those things. There are plenty of them, Yuri told him. He hesitated for a moment and then added, rather reluctantly, I'll ask some of the students if they know one, if you like. So Yuri says that yes, there might be many doctors, those who deal in nerves, and I will ask some of them. So that made Albert very happy. Will you? Oh, thank you, Yuri. Albert's eyes were shining. Wait a moment, I haven't found yet. Oh, but you will. So he says that, okay, I have trust on you that you will surely find a doctor for me. And if I do, I don't know if he will be willing to help you. So Yuri says that suppose if I find a doctor, he might not necessarily help you. Okay. He will, declared Albert. I am going to have a real nervous breakdown to make it easier for him. He laughed merrily. So Albert is very confident. He says that, oh, he will certify me. He will certify me because I will prove to show, I will show that I have a real nervous breakdown. Okay. I have never seen you looking less nervous, remarked Yuri. A day or two at school will soon put that right, Albert assured him. So Yuri says that I have always seen you a bit nervous only. So Albert confirms that yes, 1 or 2 more days in the school and I will be even more troubled. Okay. Certainly he had lost his high spirits when Yuri saw him next. I can't stand it any longer, he said. I really shall have a nervous breakdown that will satisfy any doctor. So Albert says again when he sees Yuri after few days, so that time also Yuri says that you were so friendly, you were so jolly, but your spirits have lowered. And then Albert confesses that I might really have a very bad nervous breakdown if I don't leave that place. And that will satisfy any doctor. Keep it up then, said Yuri. I have found a doctor for you. Underline this line. So Yuri says that, okay, you keep going because I have really found a doctor for you. And Albert was very happy. You have. Albert's face lit up. Oh, good. When can I see him? So Albert says that, oh, I am really, really excited to see him because I want to leave this miserable place. I have an appointment for you tomorrow evening, Yuri said. Here's the address. He handed Albert a piece of paper. Dr. Ernest Way. You can underline the name of the doctor, and he is a specialist in nervous trouble. Asked Albert. Not exactly, Yuri admitted. As a matter of fact, he only qualified as a doctor last week. You may even be his first patient. So Albert asks that, oh, does he deal in nervous troubles? Then Yuri informs him that no, he just qualified as a doctor previous week only, and you might be his first patient. You knew him as a student then. I have known Ernest for years. Yuri hesitated for a few moments. He's not a fool, he warned Albert. What do you mean? So Yuri and Albert were talking, and Yuri informed Albert that don't consider him as a fool, because if you are really mentally sick, only then will he certify you. Otherwise, he's not going to certify you. So he warned Albert that don't think that he is a fool. What do you mean? Don't try to pull the wool over his eyes. Okay, this is a idiom. You can say that pull the wool over his eyes means don't try to cheat him. Okay, that's all. Be frank with him, but don't pretend you have got what you haven't. Not that you would deceive anyone. Yuri added, you are the world's worst liar. Underline this line also. So he says that don't try to prove what does not exist. Okay, because he's not a fool. And moreover, Yuri also added that you cannot cheat anyone because you are the world's worst liar. Okay, and that we can understand also from the character of Albert Einstein, that he was a very simple person, and whatever he had in his heart, he spoke it without any hesitation. Like at the beginning of the lesson, when we found that when his teacher was asking him certain questions, he very honestly and very sincerely, in a very simple way, he told that, sir, we don't need to learn dates. We can always look that in the book. So he was an honest person, and that is the reason Yuri tells him that he was the world's worst liar. Okay, clear up till here?
Yes.
Any questions?
No.
Albert spent the next day wondering what to tell the doctor. When the time arrived for his appointment, he had worried over it so much that he was really quite nervous. So when the actual time of appointment came, Albert thought about it so much that he became really very nervous. I don't really know how to describe my trouble, Dr. Vale, he began. So when he met the doctor, he told that, doctor, I don't know, I am unable to describe my problem. Don't try, said the young doctor with a friendly smile. Yuri has already given me a history of the case. So doctor was also very friendly, and he told that you don't have to describe me anything because your friend has already told me the case. Okay, the history of the case. Oh, what did he say? Only that you want me to think that you had a nervous breakdown and say that you mustn't go back to that school. Oh dear, Albert's face fell. He shouldn't have told you that. So doctor already knows the problem, and he tells it to Albert, and Albert became a bit embarrassed. And then he told that, oh, he shouldn't have told you this. But then the doctor says that, no, why not? Because whatever he told me, is that not true? Yes, that's the trouble. Now you will say there's nothing wrong with me and you will tell me to go back to school. So Albert says that, oh, then you will find that there's nothing wrong with me. I'm perfectly fine, and you will ask me to join the school. Don't be too sure of that, said the doctor. As a matter of fact, I am pretty sure you are in a nervous state about that school. Underline this line. So now see, the doctor can also understand that, see, Albert might not have any nervous breakdown, or he does not have any nervous trouble, but he doesn't like that place. If we don't like something, and if that thing is imposed on us, we will not feel good about it. So doctor understands that, and he says that you are already in a nervous state for attending that school, so I will totally certify you to not join that school. Okay, see, the doctor is also understanding, and finally Einstein finds a person who understands him. Okay, but I haven't told you anything about it, said Albert, wide-eyed. How can you know that? Because you wouldn't have come to see me about this if you hadn't been pretty close to a nervous breakdown. Now, doctor is a very understanding person and intelligent too, and he says that obviously if that would have not been troubling you, if your school would not have been troubling you, why would have you come to meet me? So it is very obvious, and I will certify you that you no need to go to that place. Okay, no need to join that place. That's why now, said the doctor briskly, if I certify that you have a nervous breakdown and must stay away from school for a while, will that do? So then he says that, okay, I will certify that. And then what will you do after that? I will go to Italy, said Albert, to Milan, where my parents are. And what will you do there? I will try to go get into an Italian college or institute. So doctor says that suppose if I certify you this, and then what will you do? Where will you go? So he says that I will go to my parents in Italy, and then I will join certain institute or a college. Okay, Italian institute or a college. How can you do that without a diploma? I will ask my mathematics teacher to give me something about my work, and perhaps that will be enough. I have learned all the maths they teach at school and a bit more, he added, when Dr. Vale looked doubtful. So he informs the doctor that I will tell my mathematics teacher, to help me out with this, and so that he will certify that I am good enough to join an institute. Well, it's up to you, he said. I doubt if it will come off, but I can see you are not doing yourself or anyone else much good by staying here. How long would you like me to say you should stay away from school? Would 6 months be all right? Now, see, the doctor is very friendly, very understanding, and he says that, okay, if you're not liking the place, you should not go. And for how long do you want me to write that you should not go to school? And will 6 months be all right? That is very kind of you. It's nothing. I have only just stopped being a student myself, so I know how you feel. Here you are. Dr. Vale handed him the certificate and the best of luck. So doctor also says that don't forget that I was also a student at some point of my life, and I can understand with what you are going through. So he certifies that, and he hands over the certificate to Albert by saying that, and he also wishes Albert a best of luck. Okay. How much? So then he asked that, yes, doctor, what is your fees? Nothing. If you have anything to spare, invite Yuri to a meal. So because doctor was a common acquaintance of, he was a friend to Yuri, so he did not charge any fees to Albert. And he just says that if you have enough money, I would just like you to request that you kindly invite Yuri for a meal. Okay. He is a good friend of mine and yours too, I think. Albert had no money to spare, but he pretended he had and took Yuri out to supper. Supper means dinner. So then he says that, okay, Albert was also not very well off. Okay, but still he took Yuri to dinner. Okay, up till here clear?